Thank you very much. 𝐀𝐑𝐂 holohotmeheka hayata hatemete ahale shiki hisoyodo automata. Atne erika ahaktu olohotmate ahatete mahayasita. Atne meku olohashe hakanate demista. Open your crown chakra. We are opening the portal for Feel the energy here. Dio no sone Dio. Haikalat ahatamate atesio. Deanesu, your third eye. The energy goes down. Take a deep breath. Feel your heart. We assist you in the ascension process. Your solar plexus energy. Please remember who you are. We are here for you. Hi, and thank you very much for watching. Maybe this light code transmission by the Arcturians has inspired you, and they are working with us a lot at the moment. Maybe you feel their energy too. I'm Sandra, I'm a psychic medium, I'm a starseed from Germany. Thank you very much for your kind and lovely support. We are so grateful for all your kind and lovely comments and for your support. We can't believe it that so many people are here again. Thank you so much from the deepest bottom of our heart. And even when you're listening to the following channeling by the Arcturians, please trust your intuition and pick up what resonates with you. We are all in training, and maybe we are wrong also. And maybe you feel them too. And it's a very complicated and a long story actually. And I try to put it into words. We have something like an astral war now. This takes place in the astral realm. Since the portal 1010, the Arcturians especially, they are helping us. They are sending us so many codes, light and healing energies. They are here for us and they want to help us. It's a very complicated network. Okay, I try to explain it. I had seen myself in Atlantis. And since the fall of Atlantis, we have this grid here. It's a cube. That's what I have seen here. That is what I have seen in Atlantis, that this cube was built up after the fall of Atlantis. It's a grid, it's a matrix, and it looks like a cube. And this cube represents the 4D level to me. And Earth vibrates in a other dimension now. And what's happening is that Earth wants to break free from this cube. And actually their plan was that we never reach it to jump over 4D. 4D is the limit, not higher. Because this cube represents 4D. And Earth is vibrating there in this cube. And that was the sad plan for humanity, for Earth, and for our lightful sisters and brothers. And I have seen me in Atlantis as a galactic being. And I have seen how the dark beings have landed in Atlantis. It was a very old and heavy ship. It looked very toxic. And this ship landed in the sea. Actually, it was almost impossible for them to land with their ships in Atlantis, but they reached it. And all this happened very fast. These beings came out very fast because actually Atlantis vibrated too light for them and it hurted them. That's why everything was so fast. And what they have done was to kidnap all the lightful sisters and brothers from Atlantis. The kings, queens, priests, priestess, healers, Reiki masters, all these people. It has existed also light workers in Atlantis, and they have built up a protection grid as well. Through visualization, they have built up a protection grid. And all these people were catched by them, by the Anunnaki and the fallen dragons. And Marcel was there, my twin flame. I have seen him there, and they catched him. They wanted to catch me too. They reached it to catch me. And they had put me in the other dimension. What happened to us, again, that we stayed in the fourth density, was almost the same feeling to Atlantis. But it was a little bit different there. They had put me in a parallel matrix there, but it was impossible for me to move there. I couldn't move my body anymore. Also, it was impossible to speak. Nothing. Because these beings know your weak points very well. And the most horrible punishment for me was not that I have to suffer or that I have to die. The most horrible punishment for me was that I have to watch. And I can't help. And I have seen how they catched our lightful sisters and brothers, and they did very terrible experiments on them. I have seen how they built up this matrix, and it looked like a cube, and they had put Earth and the planets in another dimension. And they copied almost everything. They created a copy of the Akashic records. They created a copy of the Galactic Federation of Light. They created a copy of the sun, of the moon, of the planets, of the stars, everything. That humanity believes in this illusion, and that humanity believes that this illusion is real. But you have to know it does exist the real Galactic Federation, the real Akashic records, the real stars, and real Earth. And when they had put me in this parallel dimension, I was in contact with the real Galactic Federation, telepathically, but I had no choice. I couldn't move my body anymore. And I was alone there, but I stayed there, alone. And I suffered a lot, because I saw how all my sisters and brothers had to suffer. They killed them. They did terrible experiments on them. They abused them sexual because they wanted to have children with them. And that was so horrible to watch this. And I was in contact with our real sisters and brothers telepathically. And maybe this helps you to understand what's going on exactly. The real Galactic Federation of Light had watched that at one hand Earth vibrated darker. Earth became darker. And the Earth looked not real anymore. Earth looked like a hologram for them. Actually, they wanted to help us so much earlier. They wanted to come down and help us after they arrived. But it was impossible for them to help us because nobody got this matrix. Me not. I've watched it and it was, huh? What is this? It's a cube. It's a cube with many different layers. And this cube represents 4D. That means, actually their plan was that we will never reach it to break free. And that we'll never reach it to jump over 4D. 4D is the limit. But now Earth is vibrating in the 4th density. And Earth wants to break free. And humans also. And I have seen that the Arcturians develop new technologies to help us. That's why they are working so much, and they want to decode this matrix grid. That's why we have something like an astral realm, because this is taking place there. And maybe you have very crazy dreams now. For example, yesterday night I had a dream of the Antichrist. It's no joke. I don't know if this is true, but I have very crazy lucid dreams, honestly. I have seen 2 men with black hair and they look like political people. So that's my latest update now. I had this dream last night. And this is happening to many of us now, that we have very crazy dreams. And like I said, I'm not sure if this is true. I have seen 2 men with black short hair. And they discussed about it. Is this the Antichrist or it is him? I'm not sure. Maybe it's him, or should we use him as the Antichrist or whatever? I'm not sure if this is true, like I said. And actually this grid was built up that we have to stay there in this cage. And actually it does exist, the real Akashic records, the real Galactic Federation of Light. And the Galactic Federation of Light had to watch also how these beings build up this matrix. And what they described was that Earth looked like a hologram now. Earth looks not real. It was like they wanted to land on Earth with their ships, but they it was like, huh? What's going on? The Galactic Federation of Light, and that's Earth. The hologram Earth. And they wanted to land on Earth, but it was huh? What's going on? Huh? We want to help Earth. It's impossible. What should we do? And I was in contact with them telepathically, and I described this matrix. And then they asked me, do you get this? And I said, no. I don't get this grid. What is this? It's a cube. Yes. And that's why it takes so long. Because this is their project. And they try to fix it all the time. That means when light is coming through again, through this cube, light is coming through, they want to fix it again. Immediately, we have to fix it, we have to fix it. And this is this game all the time. So that's why we have this up and downs. Then so much light is coming through, like now. Wow, it feels so light. Yeah, now we are ascending. And 2 weeks later, oh my gosh, I think humanity will never wake up. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Because it's this game. And the Galactic Federation of Light, the real ones, and the Arcturians, they want to decode this grid all the time. And when light is coming through, immediately, we have to fix it. All the time. This is what I can share with you. And it's what I have seen. It's a cube, and this cube includes many layers. And step by step, by step, by step, Earth is ascending. Boom, boom, boom. And it goes lighter and higher. But actually the plan was that we never reach it to jump over 4D. Never. And that's the gift by the source, that we will break free. But we will see how long will it takes. And I recommend, and also the Arcturians, trust your intuition and open your heart and focus the light. Focus the ascension, that we've got this. Because the soul connection is the real connection. Even when all this is an illusion here, and Earth looks different actually also, this connection here, no one can take this connection away from you. And this is the real connection. They didn't reach it to take this connection away from us. And this is important, because then we are helping. We are helping other people. We inspire other people. We remember people. And that we build up new communities. That's what I've heard also by them. New communities, in that we are helping each other. We need each other, because they will keep going. And all this will end until the people will see them. Because this only has worked because no one believed that they do exist. And when the people believe that they don't exist, then they can keep going with their game. And they will never give up. That's important to know. Even when it makes no sense, they will not give up. And what I can tell you is, it makes no sense. From the higher realms, when I see it from this perspective, it makes no sense. But they don't give up. And this is what I can share with you. And the storm has finally arrived. And maybe that's one of the heaviest storms now, because this storm takes place in the astral realm. And that's the realm of confusion. And the astral realm is the realm where they can manipulate us very easy. And our subconsciousness as well. So please open your heart, and then you are protected. You don't have to be afraid. Don't be afraid. We have so much support also. And when you shine your light and you trust your purpose here, your intuition is the best protection now. Then we create a lighter and a more peaceful world together. And then you see that the red pill and the blue pill, this makes also no sense, because that's their game. Yeah, it's like we are busy, we feel busy, but we never break free from this cube. Never. This is the cube. This represents the cube. This is this game. Separation, isolation. Yet we never feel unity. And that's my message for you. Maybe this resonates. And we are so grateful for your help. And we are keeping going as best we can. Even when the situation is very horrible, honestly. I take a seat here in the bed and I use my laptop now. Do you see that? I built my own, I don't know the English word for this, that I can record a little bit. I used pillows. That, yeah. I don't know if this lucid dream is true, but I have heard them talking about the Antichrist. It's no joke. And I have seen two candidates. Two candidates. And these were political people, two men. And they had the same style almost. And both men wore black short hair. I'm not sure. Maybe you got the message, I'm not sure. But I had this dream about it last night. And when they had built up ancient Egypt, so then they had let me free. That was very strange. When they had built up ancient Egypt, so then, boots, they had let me free. And then I was there in ancient Egypt, and everything was so heavy there. Very heavy. But there were still people who remembered the old teachings, and real light workers were there also in ancient Egypt, but the darkness became very numerous there, and they take over control. Yes, maybe this makes sense, and now the Arcturian channeling, maybe this will inspire you, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, open your heart, trust the source, trust your intuition, and then you will find a way. They can't break you when your heart is open. They can't manipulate you when your heart is open. That's impossible. Okay, have a beautiful time. The storm has finally arrived. Do not fear. We've got this, and focused on this feeling. Okay, and they are helping us. That's what I have seen. And they develop very interesting technologies, the Arcturians, because they didn't got this cube for a long time. And they wanted to help us earlier, actually. And without the help of the souls, it's what I have seen, we would not reach it. Really. Thank you.
Important Arcturian Ascension updates. Pick up what really feels right for you. We are all in training. Maybe their message will inspire you. Thank you. The next storm has finally arrived. Prepare for the winter of 2021. We are the Arcturians, and we are working very strong with you and with Earth right now. Do you feel us? We are here, holding the portal open. Since the portal on 1010, we are strongly here for you and sending you many light codes and healing energies. The dark beings are still trying to close the gates. They do this in the most creative ways. Don't believe in this game anymore. Focus on us. Focus on the plan of God. Because what is coming to you is so much lighter than what you know. It could become turbulent and very exhausting for you starseeds and lightworkers. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your help. Together, we are creating a lighter and a more peaceful world. This matrix, as you know it, has existed since the times of Atlantis. The Anunnaki and the fallen dragons have created this matrix to hold you, humanity, and Earth captive. You could never have ascended above the fourth dimension. This network would never have allowed it. We and our galactic brothers and sisters did not understand this complex network of the Anunnaki for a long time. We wanted to help you much earlier. What is waiting for you is the gift from the Source. Without God, we all would not have made it. We also had wars in higher dimensions, because the darkness had taken over the light in almost all dimensions. Up to the 8D dimension, there was this disbalance between light and shadow. We, the Arcturians, who are observing the process, have developed technologies to help you better now. The darkness has been too strong again in the last weeks. Perhaps you have felt how dark it became again in the last weeks on Earth. It is an astral storm, and this storm now takes place in the astral realm and in your spirit. Earth is now in the fourth dimension and wants to break out of this matrix. Keep your hearts open, even in the biggest storm. Trust in yourselves. Trust in people who love you from the heart. Trust in the Source. No one can break you if you have opened your hearts. You may realize that these beings have never meant well with you. Ultimately, their behavior towards people is a mirror to themselves. Because the way they deal with you, they ultimately deal with themselves. They have lost their self-respect and the connection to their own light. Yes, there is light in them as well. We firmly believe that. We have chosen to free their souls from darkness. It is their salvation, but they see it differently. For them, it is a punishment when their souls will finally find peace. You must know this. They can't and will never change. Talking to them will not help. All you can do is shine your light and have compassion for them as well. Have compassion for them, but say no to what they are doing and have done. They know that their time has come, and they are trying everything to maintain this old game. We are here sending you much light and healing. We are working with our technology to recode this network. No, the dark beings don't like that, because even then the light will come back and they would have to face their actions. They are always trying to destroy the light that we sent you. They rebuild or reinforce their matrix with the aim to keep the earth in the cage that includes the fourth dimension. Prepare yourselves for this turbulent time. They will rebel, fight back, or try to scare you. They may threaten to take your resources. Please keep your hearts and your faith. Stick together. Create new communities and help each other. This will help you get through this turbulent time. The light is returning. Please understand that they will never give up, even if it makes no sense to keep this project. We love you infinitely. Please do not hate, and forgive them, and forgive yourselves. Thank you.